Is golf really the hardest game on earth?
It's surprising how difficult golfers find the game of golf, but you can be really bad at it and still enjoy it. So I got down to zero handicap at the age of 16. It only took me 2 years.
Golf is the only game where the more you practice, you could actually get worse.
Absolutely, ingraining bad habits. It's so counterintuitive. What your brain is telling you to do and what feels right is the belly. It's upside down. You know, just seeing all the friends teaching friends, and especially if you're a female golfer, there's a lot of friends suddenly.
Oh, yeah.
Who want to help you out.
I've seen that.
Oh man, these poor girls, I feel for them.
To really start, into golf, how much do I need to spend?
You don't need to spend a lot of money. You can rent a golf club for 5 ringgit. He knows somebody, he knows an uncle who's got like 4 sets sitting in the garage, and the wives would be more than happy to get rid of that. And to play on tour, about $100,000 a year, and there's no guarantees.
100,000.
And they're saying golf is like life. You agree?
You know, the good breaks and the bad breaks. You can hit a great shot and it ends up in the water. You can hit a terrible shot and it goes in the hole. And that's life. Caddies in Malaysia will hand you a driver on every single tee box. And I will get into arguments with caddies on the tee box because I'm asking for an 8-iron on a par 4.
There's no fun in it.
Well, I find it quite fun signing for a 72. I find it very frustrating signing for anything more than 8.
What is the biggest mental block for every student that you coach? I think that they struggle with most.
Yeah, it's
Hey guys, before we jump into today's episode, me and Jim would like to ask you for a quick favor. It turns out that over half of the people who tune into the Entrepreneur Journal haven't subscribed yet.
And if you've been enjoying the conversation that we're having, the raw stories, the strategies, the lesson from creatives, athletes, founders, and dreamers, the best way to spot us is simple. Just hit that subscribe button.
Well, it's free. It just takes 2 seconds and it genuinely helps us to keep the show going and growing.
And here's our promise to you. We're going to keep showing up with better guests, deeper stories, and better production quality every single week. Now, thank you for being here. Let's get into the episode. So welcome back to another episode of the Entrepreneur's Journal. Now, today we have a guest who has made it his mission to simplify one of the hardest sports in the world, golf. Now, he's originally from South Africa, now based in Malaysia. So Rick Currin is a PGA certified coach who have coached over hundreds of students and have built a followers of 40,000 followers in Instagram who tune to him for his no-nonsense, easy approach to the game of golf. Now, whether if you're a newbie, a weekend golfer, or even someone who's looking to be scratch, Rick believes that golf doesn't have to be rocket science. Right. So in this episode, we're going to dive deep to a very interesting topic that everybody always wonder: is golf really the hardest game on earth? And how Rick is changing the way people are going to learn it forever. So let's welcome Rick to the show.
Welcome, Rick.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having
Rick,
me.
welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and I look forward to this conversation because I'm a huge golf nut.
Yes, sir.
I caught the golf bug a couple of years ago, and I've been hooked ever since. Right.
It's a frightening addiction, isn't it?
It's Friday addiction.
Yeah.
It's like poison.
Sorry, Stevie.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
On the way.
So, whether if you're watching, if you're a non-golfer or a golfer that have golfed for years, I'm sure that there's something to take away from this conversation.
Sure.
Right. So, Rick, we actually have a very interesting challenge for you, which is the first one is to get me to improve my golf game.
Yeah.
I've been playing for 4 to 5 years and I want to break 90. Can you believe it? 4 to 5 years, I'm such a bad golfer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hard game. You
Yeah,
just mentioned it.
it's definitely a hard game.
Yeah.
And a more challenging task is to get my co-host here, Steven, who has no clue about golf,
To get into
to get into golf.
Absolutely. Spend
Yeah,
more time together, man. I mean,
Yeah,
here we
you up
go.
for it?
Yeah, let's go. I mean,
let's
it's,
go.
It's easy. It's easy.
It's easy. Okay. Yeah. So before we go into further, let's talk a bit about your backstory.
Yeah.
I think you have a pretty interesting one. Like I said, you have coached hundreds of students throughout the years.
Thousands.
Maybe thousands.
Thousands,
right?
yeah, I know.
And
Yeah.
managed to build a follower of 40,000 followers on Instagram, which is
Yeah, that was by accident though. Yeah, jeez, it was just one post that went viral. So that's the one that really jumped and just exploded my page. So
Yeah, and I see you after that. I see you everywhere in Instagram.
It's not taken off. Yeah, it's been a wild ride.
Yeah.
Really, in the last year and a half, it just really jumped. So yeah.
So how did it all begin for you? Like golf, coming from South Africa to Malaysia. How was? Maybe you can give us a run through on the whole story.
It's quite a story. I've been here for 14 years now. I arrived in 2011, December. And I came across for indoor golf, which I'd been working with the same products on cruise ships, believe it or not. I was a golf pro on a cruise ship. If that doesn't want you to get started, I don't know what will.
Cruise ship.
Yes, sir. So my first ship was in Port Canaveral in Florida. 14-story, just a building.
Big.
And you can't imagine that this thing floats. And got on board, golf simulators on board. So when we're on the ocean, I'm teaching on this golf simulator, full swing golf, which was the creme de la creme of the time. Right. And we used full swing golf on the cruise ships. So I did that for 2 years, traveled around the world, literally like around the world, saw a lot of countries, got off the boat, bought a business in South Africa, didn't do that great, obviously young but naive, and lost a bit of money on that one. And then this job came up in Malaysia through my PGA of South Africa. The job notice came up. And I just thought, Malaysia, why not? No research in Malaysia, why not? Put my name in, got the job, came over for what was meant to be 8 months, and 14 years later, Malaysia boleh.
Wow.
So it's such a cool place. I absolutely love it. I love diving. I love surfing. Like Langkawi's got waves right now, so going back tomorrow to go do some surfing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's an incredible place. And
How long were you in the cruise ship?
It's good. 2.5, nearly 3 years, I think it was. Yeah, it was good. I came back just before the World Cup 2010.
Right.
So that was good timing because I was right into South Africa for the World Cup, which was amazing.
Right.
As you can imagine, I'm sure you remember it. Waka waka, yeah. So that was an incredible patch of life, and earning US dollars was not quite nice versus South African rand. So I had a bit of money coming back, and it was good. But I was mid-20s. I needed something a bit more substantial, sustainable, and then this job came up, and here I am. It was really good.
How long were you playing golf? How did golf started for you?
My parents both played. My mum was really good, so she always had a membership through my childhood, and it was just quite easy to follow the folks. There were always clubs around, although they weren't fitted for me. They were quite tough to hit, but you figure it out. This is a game where you can kind of just feel your way around it. Had some good coaching. I was very fortunate to have really good professionals to mentor me at a young age. Like we had a PGA Tour winner at our home club of South Broom in South Africa, and so I got to work with this guy and really got good young. And I think when you're good young, it kind of opens a lot of doors. So I got down to 0 handicap at the age of 16.
16.
Now it only took me 2 years to get to that level. So my first year I got to an 8 handicap, and in the second year from an 8 to a 0, which is like, it's unheard of really. Like it's really quick, but the methodology that I used it made it simple. So maybe, as you say, I do try to make it simple.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I noticed for your Instagram posts.
Appreciate it.
And I see you're teaching at the driving range. I saw you a couple of times.
Yeah.
I think
awesome.
Before we touch more on that, maybe before Steven get lost in all the conversation, we could maybe explain to Steven a bit about how the golf scores and rules work.
Yeah, definitely. When you talk about handicap, to be honest, I'm blank. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, very simply, handicap is your ability level in golf. Excuse me. Horses cannot race against each other. If one horse is 9 hands tall and another horse is 15 hands tall, they cannot race together. That's not an even fight. So golf has done the same thing, where I can have a low handicap and Gene here can have a high handicap, and yet nobody dies. It's a fair game. Yeah. The handicap is your ability level, and the lower your handicap is, the better you are. So the goal for every golfer should be to get down to 0. I mean, that's why we play. We're trying to get as good as we can get. So that is my philosophy. I try to reduce your handicap as quickly as possible. But as a starting golfer, you get maximum shots. So par for me will be 4 shots. It's not for you. You're allowed 6 shots. So I can just kind of teach you to worm your way down that fairway without losing a ball, and we can still have an even score, even though you've done 6, I've done 4. So I try to coach that quite intently into my students, so that they're not chasing par. A lot of golfers are chasing par, and that's why they don't improve.
Yeah. And how does the golf system work, like the scoring in terms of like 18-hole course?
Yeah, so 18 holes, par 72 normally, meaning that a professional will generally go around in 72 shots, 72 hits of the golf
18, in 18 holes.
In 18 holes. Ordinarily, Gene, I won't ask you scores, but ordinarily 90 to 100 plus is what guys shoot. The percentages are crazy. Like those who have broken 70, so less than 70 shots, there's 1%. That's 1% of golfers. I'm in that 1%. Breaking 80, it's only like 6% or 7% or something crazy like that.
What about breaking 100?
Breaking 100, it's like 60, 70% of golfers will never get that.
Really?
Yeah,
so
true
I'm in the
story.
top 30%.
Yeah, it's a crazy. I mean, don't quote my numbers, but it's surprising like how difficult golfers find the game of golf. But you can be really bad at it and still enjoy it. So it's the camaraderie, it's the friendship, it's the laughs, as Gene will tell you.
Yeah.
The tours, you go away with the lads and go for a golf tour. It's the funniest thing you can do. So golf tours are phenomenal. From here, we've got Vietnam, Cambodia, we've got Thailand. It's incredible. It's this cauldron of incredible golf. Let alone Malaysia. Malaysia's got some just fantastic golf
Malaysia
courses.
is a golf paradise.
It's
For
incredible.
the price.
And for the price, it's still relatively reasonable. It's not as cheap as South Africa. Like in South Africa, it's super cheap to get into the game
really?
of golf. Yeah,
Oh.
ultra cheap. So I mean, one of the barriers usually is a cost thing. Guys think golf is so expensive, but it doesn't have to be. It can be relatively cheap to get into the game. And in South Africa, it really was cheap. There was no barrier. We could just play as much as we wanted for like no money. Yes, I lived a little bit kampong, like not in the major city center, but the course was quite enough that I could play every day. And
see.
hence zero handicap in 2 years.
So I wanted to ask you about the scene in South Africa, which you have mentioned a bit.
Yeah.
So I was like, is the scene in South Africa, the golf scene in South Africa big?
Strong. Yeah, strong. I mean, we've produced a number of world number ones, which is testimony to the golf in South Africa, the strength.
Okay.
I trained at the Gary Player Experience. It wasn't the Gary Player Academy. I wish I'd gotten in there, but we had some really good pros in Johannesburg that worked with us. And from our section of students, I think 6 of us actually played on tour. America's still out there, I think. So golf is just really, really strong in SA. Lots of golf courses. If you've been, you've played some spectacular golf. Like
Right.
mind blowing courses. So, and for the price, not much.
I see. So it's the price. How is the price compared to Malaysia?
To give you an idea, my friend Anthony, he just told me he pays 14,000 Rand, which is about 3,000 ringgit for unlimited golf. You just play as much as you can.
For the whole year?
For the whole year.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's 3,000 ringgit and it's unlimited. He plays every single day. Now he's gone from, he was a struggling 18 and now he's playing off a 2 or a 3 handicap and he's playing number 1 on his league side. So, we work together online and I've kind of tracked his story since the start. We were actually partners with a golf newspaper once upon a time. So I've known Ant for a long time and we've improved him like dramatically, obviously through the online coaching, but because he's able to play every day. To play less golf, you have to play more golf.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
And ranges, like we didn't have a driving range when I grew up. The first time I saw an AstroTurf mat, I couldn't believe you could hit balls with it.
Oh
And
really?
I was 24 years old or something. I was like, what is that? And like, yeah, you can hit balls. Like, whoa, what? Like we just didn't have.
But I guess
driving
that's a
ranges.
luxury because for us,
Yeah.
having grass to practice is a luxury.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
there's no driving range which allows you to hit on the grass.
Yeah,
Like
there-
not much, not many.
Not many. You
yeah.
got to pay a little extra to get in those
Yeah.
venues. But yeah, no, that was a privilege, as you say. Just to hit it off the real grass the whole time, you get good pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's not to say you can't improve on the driving range. Like most of my business is on the driving range, and although the technicalities of the swing can be done on a mat, the truth is out there.
Yeah.
Ah.
And
You know,
I was telling Steven, golf is the only game where the more you practice, you could actually get worse.
Yeah,
at it,
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. Ingraining bad
Why?
habits.
I mean, like, why?
Bad habits. Yeah, guys,
see.
YouTube has been brilliant in that there's a lot of information for free, but it's the reason why I have a job in a struggling economy.
True.
Because guys just get so lost, they get confused. One guy's saying this, another guy's saying that.
Yep.
So I teach through biomechanics and human movement. So I studied personal training and biomechanics first because I figured, well, if I understand the human movement, then teaching golf
be
via
easier.
human movement will be a lot simpler. And yeah, here we are, like 20 years later, I'm still teaching the same kind of philosophy and it works.
Right.
Yeah, internal, external rotations, pronations, supinations. Once you understand the movement of your human body, which you should, it's the most important tool we'll ever own.
Yeah.
If this breaks, we're dead. So, once you understand movement and how to move your body a little bit better for an effortless swing, it becomes easier. So that's kind of been my philosophy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I definitely understand like the whole YouTube golf coaching thing. I used to get stuck because until now, 4 years later, I'm still trying to find ways to improve a
Absolutely.
consistent golf swing. I think the hardest thing about golf is being consistent and create a repeatable swing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's frighteningly difficult to get that right. But again, once you understand your movements and awareness of your human muscle, it's a lot easier. If you know what to work on, it's a lot easier. A lot of guys are just swinging in the dark. They're hitting a bucket of 100 balls and they're just sweaty. Like, what did you learn there? How to sweat. That was it. So, I mean, I work at the range and I see it every day. You know,
Right.
Guys just whack.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes 200 balls. Hands are bleeding. Yeah, cool. I mean,
Wow, you can hit until your hands are bleeding.
dude, calluses.
Blisters, calluses.
Calluses are real, bro.
Yeah.
That's it burns holes in your hands, but it's no pain, no gain, bro.
It's like you are holding, like a
Lifting,
dumbbell,
yeah.
like lifting.
It's a very physical game. Very physical game. The first person who really transferred that physicality into the game was Tiger Woods, and then Rory McIlroy followed suit, and now it's a big thing. Like, guys travel with their trainers, and fitness. Experts.
The build of golfers definitely changed a lot since Tiger Woods.
Very much so.
Yeah, from Jack Nicklaus, where just like casual, normal, body build, to like Tiger Woods is fit.
The days of having a brandy or a whiskey after the round are kind of gone. You know, the guys get off the course and they hit the gym, hit the pool, get in. Yeah, because it's a lot of money that the guys are playing for. So you better treat it professionally, and that's
because golf has gotten so competitive.
It's crazy
in recent years.
Well, with all the tours now, it's great. I mean, as a professional, I love to see more growth in the game. So Live Tour, fantastic. DP World Tour, always been good, and the PGA Tour is going from strength to strength. I think they're having some wobbles, but it is getting stronger, and the guys are getting paid staggering amounts of money to play, which is about right, because Steph Curry, he gets paid staggering amounts of money. He's a professional. Why aren't the golfers getting paid the same? TV rights, TV makes a lot of money, and if the golfers aren't feeling a little bit of that money, they're the stars. Why not? So that's what Live Tour did, and they said these guys are superstars. Let's pay them like superstars, and if you win one of those, you get $4 million.
So, I think we will talk a bit about tour later, like the struggles of the tour. But back to you, why do you pursue coaching rather than professional golf?
I hate to say it, but cost. Yeah, it's very expensive to do it. To play on tour, on a decent tour, is about $100,000 a year. You need in sponsorship.
Yeah,
and there's no guarantees.
$100,000.
Yeah,
just to participate in the tournament.
Yeah, to do it properly. Because you got hotels, caddies, flights. If you miss cut, you don't make money.
Oh, all right. It's including all the accommodation.
All the everything, yeah.
I see.
So, it's not cheap. So I never found that full sponsorship. I had a couple of guys help me out, but not that full ride. And you need time to learn how to play on those tours. So I had some success, but not enough. And I missed a couple of cuts, and that's it. I'm out. I can't handle this fear of missing a putt and not going to eat the next week. It's just, that's no way to live.
Yeah.
So I started coaching, and I picked up a couple of good jobs, but as it's just been longevity in the field to make a bit more money. And although I'm never going to drive a Ferrari, the intrinsic reward of helping a lot of people, I think that's Ferrari.
Do you have to be a professional to coach?
It helps. It helps to know the anguish of shooting under par and getting there. I think it's very important that players do know how to really play.
Right.
If you can't break 80, you shouldn't be teaching the game, in my opinion. But I work hard to maintain my professionalism. I'm working out every day. I'm hitting a lot of balls. Hands still have holes in them. I don't play enough golf. I teach more than I play, but I'm 42 years old now, and I still break par all the time. So it's fun. It's just what I want to do is give that to everyone. This feeling that I have. A bad round is like 74, 75. That's fun. That's great golf.
Yeah, I want to play that kind of
There
golf.
we go. Well, you're in the right place.
This episode of the Entrepreneur Journal is brought to you by Buttworks. If you are looking for top-notch creative solutions, whether it's high-quality graphic production, branding, motion graphics, Buttworks is the team you want on your side. They have worked with amazing brands. If you need creative firepower, hit them up. Check them out in the description below, and thanks to Buttworks for supporting the Entrepreneur Journal. Now, back to the conversation.
Yeah, so I was actually trying to ask because I noticed that a lot of coach, because I was quite selective with my coach, so I actually had one coach for a couple of times. I want to give a shout out to Kenneth, if he's watching. I probably know him.
Kenneth.
It's a pretty good guy, really good coach.
Lad.
But I've seen a lot of coach, they are coaching people the way that it's so complicated. They just throw in like 10 tips and tricks instantly, during your first round of coaching,
Yep.
and I just see people get confused,
Paralysis, yeah.
analysis paralysis, and they don't use like videos to show them like the movement, because I think golf is a very visual game.
Yeah.
You have to understand, like, even you understand the move, but if you
Spot on.
you don't feel it, you don't see it, you just don't know what you're doing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You can have all sorts of theories. So what are your thoughts on those kind of coaching?
Yeah, look, I mean, I'll never rag another coach. Each coach has been through their own journey, and I mean, I know the pain of my own journey. So, each to their own. They've gotten to a position where if they can play, like Kenneth can play.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing, and he will be communicating a form of the game that he is comfortable with. Many coaches use. I mean, there's so many tools now. Video is just the best. I mean, my mentor when I started learning the game of golf was Jamie Goff, who still teaches on the DP World Tour. He's got a number of students out there, and he used just video nonstop. And it was back in the camcorder days, like holding these fat cameras and plug it in. It was a mess, but that was the only way to teach. And now that was way at the start of my career. So yes, video, absolutely. And with iPads, phones, it's the only way forward. Now we've got all the distance measuring devices, the spin rates, launch angles. It's so easy. So if you understand how to work all those numbers and video onto a student, and again, biomechanics, it's super laju. It's very, very quick to learn. There's some great coaches here. There's some superb coaches. I've worked at a number of clubs, and I've worked with a number of great coaches, and I'll never rag anyone's journey or how they do it. I just do things slightly differently. I've got a different methodology to most, and it's been successful.
And what is your methodology?
Less is more. Just keep it simple. Really, just keep it simple. That first lesson's always the best, because I just take you through the fundamentals of the game, which a lot of coaches I see just don't do that with the education of the naming of the clubs and how the ball actually flies, the technicality of how it flies. Because once you understand how to launch it, and that's on lesson 1, it's a little bit quicker to get going. Because as you say, you get so many things thrown at you, and which end of the club do I hold? It is quite daunting. So I take things a little bit differently and make that first lesson very fun.
Because I've seen coaches who the player itself is, the student itself is struggling, but then the tips keep coming in. Don't move your head, stay down. Swing from inside, and I just see that student getting more and more lost in that
frustrating.
lesson itself.
And you're spending money and going backwards. That's the scary part. And I know a lot of guys have been stung by bad lessons. And again, I'm not ragging anyone. I'm not naming any names or anything. But I know that pain. And I mean, I'm not cheap. And so, when I say, here's my price, they're like, oh, I'm never going to pay that for a golf lesson, because the last guy nearly killed me. So it's quite a tough thing. And that's why Instagram's been great, to just show, like, this is what I do. It's no nonsense, no frills. Let's improve. So, I mean, everyone's on their own journey. I've been on this biomechanics journey, and it's been great. Just teach human movement, and the rest kind of flows. Right. Get on the golf course quick.
So for someone like Steven, who has no clue about golf, he wants to start golf.
What should I do?
In the simplest terms, like easy to understand non-golfer terms.
Cool. First lesson on the range. Just come on down, and we teach you your fundamentals: grip, stance, posture, alignment. Done. Just understand how to stand, how to get yourself in position. If you're in a bad position, your posture sucks, you can't hit a ball. Fix that posture first. You can rotate. So as soon as we get that understanding, at least the ball will fly in that first session. So, that first session is pivotal, because I give you just enough info about the game that you can understand it, but not too much that you want to chow after that first lesson, because it's too much.
This too much.
It's too much. It's frightening. And so, with the Coach Now app that I use, which is brilliant, it's for all sports, but I use it for golf, and it's like a Facebook wall of your golfing career. And so from lesson 1 to lesson whatever, we've got this training log. Okay. And whether we're on the course or the range or short game area, it's all in the same page. And like Steph, who I'm taking out today, it's her first round of golf. We've done 3 lessons, 2 on the range, 3 on the range, 1 short game lesson, and now she's on the golf course. She couldn't believe it. She's like, oh, I'm not ready. I said, let's go. It's time. So the sooner the better. Because once you get that addiction, once you've hit a ball off the grass and over water or something like that, that's the realness. I hear golfers stuck on the range for 2-3 years and they haven't been on the golf course yet. what are you doing, man? Like,
Many people actually don't graduate from the
Yeah.
driving range.
Yeah.
Is
very
this
sad.
because of the afraid to go on, on
absolutely. Fear, barrier of entry is quite intimidating for a non-golfer. Like the rules of golf, you mentioned earlier, the pace of play. Where do I stand? Where do I not stand? Where do I walk? How do I drive this buggy? Can I drive on the green? All these things you need to learn. And so I hold the hands of those beginners and
I see.
get them through that fearful phase pretty quickly. And then I have a lot of videos that I can forward on and just make the barrier just a little bit softer.
Yeah, that was actually something I want to touch on later on in this conversation, but I think since we are there, might as well. Like, I feel that there's just too many ethics, golf etiquettes, golf rules that drive people away because it's so intimidating for a new golfer. I still remember my first time going to a course. It took me 6 months of driving in the driving range practicing and go to a course with nobody goes. It's like an isolated course
That's the way to
because
do it.
that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
But even that, I felt that there's a lot of pressure.
PTSD.
PTSD and your golf attire, you have to wear a belt, you have to wear this, do that. I think
You have to wear a belt.
for some course, I went to some course. Yeah, you have to wear a belt, tuck in the shirt, and
Okay.
I'm like,
Shirts tucked in.
yeah, I'm like, hey, Tiger Woods. I saw Tiger Woods on the course. He didn't wear any of that.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So do you feel that golf should be a bit more modern,
Soften
modernized,
up,
soften
yeah.
up a bit to encourage more young people and new
spot
people
on.
to come in?
Spot on, absolutely. I mean, the dress code is I mean, since the beginning of time, it's been gentlemen only, ladies forbidden kind of golf. It used to be jackets and ties, back in the day. So it's softened up somewhat from those days, but absolutely. I mean, live tour, you can play in shorts.
Exactly.
Like, a lot of guys are just so happy playing on that tour because you can wear shorts. It's just so simple. Now, for my rule, I've always just worn trousers because when I studied with the PGA, that was our rule.
Right.
And so that's been my thing, and I've always done it. And I've picked up some sponsors and had some good clothing on me, so it's been nice to wear. But it can soften up, and there are courses that do allow a bit softer. Like the club at Bukudutama, just around the corner.
Right.
You can just cruise on there any time of day and just go have at it. You need a collared shirt. That's about their only rule. Just a collared shirt.
Okay.
But just go have at it. Go try it out. There's a lot of beginners there. I'm sure you've seen. Lagi mura is 50 ringgit to get in a buggy and go play a round of golf there. So there's not many barriers at that venue over there, and it's less intimidating. People understand that there's a lot of beginners there, so you don't get a lot of like.
At
some of the courses,
seasoned players, they
yo.
just rush you because you're playing slow.
So I do recommend you go to that outskirts course or the club at Bukudutama and learn how to play on that course before going on to a big boy course or big girl course. Forgive me. No. Because it's intimidating. Everyone's playing, everyone's trying to keep pace of play. It's very hot. You don't spend 6 hours in the sun. You matti. So it's hot. So I like to be done in 4 hours. That's it. 2 hours front, 2 hours back. That's maximum. When I play at home, it takes me 2 hours to play 18 holes.
Yeah, 4
That's
hours
what it
is
should
actually an average, but not a lot of new players can actually play
Cannot.
4 hours.
It's so tough.
Yeah.
It's so
Usually,
tough.
how long have you like? your
Normally,
duration?
the quickest, I mean, sometimes there's traffic, so maybe 4.5 hours.
4.5 to 5.
4.5 hours. If you play with new players who just got in the course few rounds, maybe 5 to 6 hours.
Yep.
And that's
Can take
pretty
a little
long. Right?
Wow.
Yeah, and you get a lot of noises from the back.
Yes,
So
sir.
they were,
Yeah.
Giving you pressure.
Please keep moving.
Yeah,
Marshals
keep
coming around shouting, and that
Yeah.
just causes.
Yeah,
and then
so
when your
much-
heart's doing this, you can't hit a ball.
Yeah,
So it's very tough.
Yeah.
There are some barriers there, but what I recommend, don't go KLGCC for your first round of golf. Just try not to do that. Go somewhere quieter and a bit
Like
more.
around here.
Somewhere else. You need to
Outskirts.
drive like an hour to outskirts and
Oh.
some.
Bangi.
Okay.
Bangi's 30
Bangi,
minutes
oh.
away. But fantastic course to just go try it out. It's hardly ever packed. You can get out there in 35, 40 minutes from here and go play a great golf course. 18 holes, pretty cheap and not much stress. But Sri Selangor, KLGCC cannot. No, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to get around and not feel stressed. So don't worry, I'll look after you, Stevie. We'll make sure you're okay and not stressing too much.
Yeah, I still remember the frustration. Like, there's once I went there, I didn't tuck in my shirt because I was wearing like a long sleeve thing.
Yeah.
She asked me to tuck in, which is fine. I understand it. But then they say, "Oh, you're not wearing a belt. You need to go and get a belt." It's like, really? I didn't know I had to wear a belt. I've been to a lot of golf courses. I didn't wear a belt. And no, you gotta go and buy a belt.
But the belt is you buy from their store or you have to
You
go out
can
and buy.
you can get any belt, but because at that time the only place you can get a belt is from their,
right
their
from
shop,
their shop.
right? Their pro shop,
Cap-
right?
captive market.
Yeah. So I'm like, come on, I mean,
Yeah, no, agreed. It should and can soften up a bit more.
Yeah.
There's some like RSGC, Royal Selangor. I mean, you can't walk in there in slippers. You know, they'll kick you right out. You can't go into the dining hall afterwards after you're around. Yeah,
you can't even go into
you have to
the
wear shoes.
golfers cafe, the terrace, or the what, wearing a slipper for some courses.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
So-
that's how strict some courses are.
So yeah, I mean there are traditions, but yeah, I agree with you. It could soften up.
To soften up a bit.
little
Yeah.
bit.
I mean, there's definitely you should still have golf etiquette. It's a gentleman's sport anyway, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. But talking about gentleman's sport, how did golf came around? Like who created golf? There's so many stories of it, and the one I heard that 18, there's 18 holes in golf. Some blokes were playing golf and they drank a bottle of whiskey because from Scotland, and to finish 18 holes, each hole they have to drink one pack.
A shot, really?
Shot. So there's one bottle, enough pack for 18 holes for 4 players.
Spot on.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not sure that's part of the story, but what's your take on that?
That's absolutely spot on. 18 shots of whiskey fit in a dram of whiskey, and once the dram was done, that's golf done. So that's where the 18 holes came about. However, the game was originally invented in the Netherlands. It was a form of golf called Kolf, K-O-L-F, in the 1300s. The game
In
was
Netherlands,
invented.
not
Yeah.
in Scotland.
Scotland's the home of golf. Scotland's the home of 18 holes, but the original form of golf was in the Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Oh, right.
In the 1300s. Then in the 1400s, it migrated and went into Scotland, and all those links courses were established. St Andrews is the home of golf. Links golf is the land that links the ocean to the farmable land, and that's why it's called links golf. And there are a number of courses all along the Scottish belt there that mind-blowing. So St Andrews has 3 or 4 courses just in that area over there, and they are the home of golf. That's the most traditional. You want to talk about rules?
Right,
You know, so it's very
Yeah.
traditional there.
There's a lot of heritage to golf.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it,
there is,
that's it.
and yeah, certain courses absolutely, but certain courses should be allowed to just go have at it. So I think a mixture of the two
Yeah.
would be a good start. But yeah, it's an old sport. It's been around forever. Just whack a ball at that tree, you know, like
Yeah.
and whack it at the gopher hole. You know,
Golfer hole,
yeah. it's just
Yeah,
a
4
very
grown men whacking a small ball into a golf hole.
and giggling the whole way around. It's hilarious. Yeah,
yeah. Is that why golf is so fun and addictive?
I think it's the feeling of flight. Like for me, when I started the game, it was launching that ball up and just being mesmerized at seeing that ball that I had just hit up in that sky, and spin rates and understanding how the loft imparts the spin on the ball. That for me was that is so addictive.
I see.
And then just not losing a ball for 9 holes first, and then 18 holes. Oh, just like. Well, that's why we play.
I still lose like 10 balls every single game.
Costly game
Yeah,
at
costly
that
game.
rate. You can buy second-hand balls cheap. Don't buy new balls. As a
Yeah.
new golfer, don't play new golf ball.
So you have to buy a lot of balls, like to.
As a golfer, you'll need a golf ball until you die. Yeah, you can get a big bag of balls like this for
$40 bucks.
30,
Yeah,
40 bucks now.
bucks,
Yeah, there's guys on the side of the road selling all over. So yeah, you don't have to buy new. The shops want you to buy new, but you lose a lot of balls.
Yeah.
So-
Even second-hand, one ball is like 150 to 2 ringgit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and once you hit it into the forest, it's gone. So that's
Yeah.
two ringgit gone. You hit it into water.
Throw that money away. It's easier to just throw your wallet in the water.
You don't actually feel it on the course because once the ball gone into the forest, I'm just gonna
Grab
tee
another.
up, grab another one. But
It's
after
like-
that, it's like, shit, I actually lost 10 balls.
It's like you're
$20 bucks.
using expensive stick and hit the ball away and the money fly away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
right. It's
And
literally
if
watching
you're
your money
buying
fly
a
away.
brand new balls, one box is like 100, 200, 300 bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pro
those
V one's like 35 ringgit a ball. A ball.
Yeah.
So you better not be losing too many of those.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna-
that's a ball for me because I don't lose too many of them. 35 bucks a ball. Yeah, okay, can. You guys know.
Not
no,
me.
don't
Oh my god.
whack it once and it's gone. No, that's painful. So yes, it can be expensive, but it can also be ultra cheap. So
I
you
see,
know,
I see.
you don't need to be playing Rolls Royce if you're not a Rolls Royce driver.
Exactly.
No offense
Yeah.
Exactly.
to anyone out there.
Yeah, to me, the most addictive thing is like when the ball, when your club strikes the ball, that feeling of the contact,
That sweet spot.
that sweet spot, that feeling is
It
just,
runs up your arms into your heart.
Yeah,
Seriously, it's like a well-struck tennis shot, but the racket's big. Golf is small.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
So solid.
It's so
nice.
good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an addiction, but it's a good addiction. It's a healthy addiction. Like, I mean, this range over here, it's open till 2 a.m. and it's packed full of people.
Oh, wow,
And-
so late.
and yeah, the guys are just smashing balls. It looks like snow at the end of the evening, and that's just here. The club at Bukadutama also just packed full of people, and it's a social thing. You know, girls are turning up like dressed out as if they're going out for an evening, and you know they're coming in groups and you know spending 3-4 hours at the driving range. Great, much rather that than sitting in a pub just doing what you're doing in a pub, you know, like I think it's just a healthier pastime. So driving ranges are kind of the thing here. There are a lot of ranges, a lot of choice for driving ranges, which is cool. But again, don't get stuck on that range for 2 years. You know, just get on the course as quick as possible.
Yeah, and that's where when we talk about like courses softening up a bit to
Yeah.
encourage new players coming in.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on. And in Malaysia, like it does seem very stringent and tight, but it's really not. If you go shopping around and search or speak to your pro, you'll be introduced to some awesome courses that are just zero stress. For zero stress in Langkawi, for example, we've got the ELS Club, which Ernie Els is my brother from another
Such
mother.
an awesome club.
Yeah, awesome, man.
Yeah,
5-star.
awesome.
Ernie's just, I mean, he's my mentor growing up. I love this guy. I mean, he's my hero. And he's got 2 golf courses here in Malaysia.
Ernie Els is your mentor?
I've spent a lot of time with him.
Ernie Els is
watching him
a
play.
golf legend, actually.
Legend.
He's
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Just, well,
And
I don't know
he
if
opened
he's a
up
Hall
2
of Famer.
courses here in Malaysia. He has his couple of golf courses around the world, and there's 2 in Malaysia.
And he loves Malaysia. He loves it here. And he'll be coming actually this year.
Oh, is he?
He's coming back to check in at the Datai. So, yeah, hopefully we'll run into him at that stage. But that is stress-free. It's mahal, but there's nobody out there.
Oh,
like you
yeah.
don't see another golfer the whole day.
Golfing by the sea. Is
Stunning.
so good.
It really is good. You can see Thailand from the edge of the
Oh, wow,
golf
the
course.
border.
It's just there, yeah, it's beautiful. So that's like stress-free golf. Mahal Sikit, but stress-free. Really cool.
Yeah, I think Els Club is a really good example of like expensive luxury course, but they're so carefree. They are the course that really soften up the
Yep.
game. Like
Yep.
you feel so welcome in
Absolutely.
the course, right?
They will do anything to allow you to play. Whereas a lot of the courses cannot. You
Yeah.
know, here they can. We take you to number 15. You just go start over there.
Yeah,
like
the people
that kind
so
of thing.
awesome.
I see.
The staff fall over for you. Well, they fall over for me, but yeah, they're really good at you know. I use Datai because I'm attached with 2 Langkawi right now. But you know, both else courses are phenomenal. The one in Johor Bahru also just that you get treated like royalty. It's 5-star, 6-star.
Oh,
The whole way around, and you
And
know,
the price is reasonable.
it's
The
not
price
too
is
bad.
Not too bad.
You know, for what you get.
Yeah, what
you
you
know,
get, I think.
comparatively to worldwide. Yeah,
Yeah.
very cheap for what you get. But be prepared to take out your wallet because you know the hats and the shirts are nice.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, the lunch is not cheap, but you know you end up spending a bit more. But it's a memory it's core memories that you'll have for your lifetime. So
Yeah, I was just there like in December
Cool.
with some of my friends who are new golfers.
Desaru.
No, in
Or-
Langkawi
oh,
Els
cool.
Club.
Great.
Els Club in Langkawi. They're new golfers. Just went to the course like few times.
Yeah.
They feel amazing. They feel amazing there, and there's no pressure. We were playing pretty slow, like 6 hours game.
Yeah.
But nobody's chasing us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, everybody's like, just go.
I run boot camps to Langkawi, so I take students from here and we go and we stay at our villas. We've got some villas in Langkawi. So you stay with us and we've got a big piece of ground right in front of the villas. And then after we've done a bit of practice there, we go to the golf course. It was their first experience playing golf. 8 hours on day 1.
8 hours.
8 hours we
Holy
spent
crap,
out there. I
okay.
nearly died. Day 2, there were 4 hours because we had a chat in the evening. I said pace of play. But there was no stress. 8 hours, it doesn't matter, man. That's two rounds of golf effectively. And nobody said anything to us all day. They're like, did you have fun? Yeah, we nearly died. But yeah, there was no, hey, why did you take so long? So yeah, there are places where it's just stress-free and shirt out is okay. You're on an island, man. They can't shout at you for your shirt. You know, play barefoot if you want. I didn't
Right.
say that, but yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah, like John Daly.
Yeah, I mean, to just bring up a golf course from the cruise ship time, we had to tender from the cruise ship to mainland, got in an airplane, flew to an island, landed on the island. There were golf buggies waiting on the runway. We just loaded our,
Oh, wow.
our clubs onto the shoes off, shirt off, go play 18 holes.
wow.
It was exceptional. Key Chapel in Belize.
Wow.
So yeah, there are courses that are just super chill, worldwide. But yeah.
And they're saying golf is like life. You agree?
It's amazing how it lines up, the good breaks and the bad breaks. You can hit a great shot and it ends up in the water. You can hit a terrible shot and it goes in the hole. And that's life. You get good breaks and bad breaks, and knowing how to identify that break and do something with it. If you get a lucky break, you better make that birdie putt. Yeah, so that's life. If you get that opportunity, you better know to take it and run with it. They say to really find out about a person, if you're going to do business with them, go take them golfing first. Before anything, go take them golf, because you see a person's true personality. How angry do they get? Do they snap any clubs? Do they throw clubs? I'm not going to be anywhere near that.
And honesty as well, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. It's the only sport where you have to call a penalty on your own self. And it happens all the time. Golfers happy. Nobody else has seen the ball move. My ball moved. And that's a penalty stroke. It's incredible. I've had to do that a couple of times in tournaments. It breaks your heart, but yeah, that's the game of golf. It's such an intrinsically rewarding sport because of these rules that we've discussed slightly. But it makes you a really genuine person. I believe golf really does bring out the genuine factors in a person. So, getting all emotional.
And golf is the only sport you can't say you're good at it.
Yeah.
You can never say
it'll bite you in the ass.
Yeah, it'll bite you in the ass. There's one season you're playing well, the next season you're playing horrible.
It's so funny. I was just recapping some of my stories and preparing for this chat and just listening to Billy Horschel, and he goes, I don't know where the ball's going. I have no idea where this ball's going to go when I hit it. And he's one of the best players in the world. He says he just wants to get to the clubhouse and be done with it. Justin Thomas, one day shoots 78, the next day shoots 62.
Yeah.
From day to day. Yeah. How does one explain that? You just never know what you're going to get. So it's hard, but it's just
and there's no one player can dominate the sport except for Tiger Woods, who's exception. But no one player can actually dominate every single tournament.
For sure.
Every single tournament, there's different winners. Some people who you didn't expect to win suddenly just won.
Why is it? Because of the mentality, the environment itself?
Some courses suit your eye a little bit better. Obviously there's certain circumstances which add up. Jeez, if the ball goes in the hole, that's pure luck. That's one shot less than the other guy. So there are factors that allow a player to win a tournament. But as Gene says, to be dominant like Tiger was, you just don't see it anymore. Tiger was playing a different game. He was just he was the first guy to really train and look after himself at that level. Other than Gary Player, sorry Gary. Gary was another big mentor to myself. But Gary he traveled with his dumbbells. He was the first player to do that. Yeah.
Wow.
So back in the day, he had a colorful career. But he would travel with his fitness equipment, and he was the first player to do that. So he's kind of the reason why I do what I do, the biomechanics and the teaching around the human body. That was Gary. There's so many factors. Good breaks, bad breaks. The ball can hit the edge of the green and either go there or there because it's a ball. Yeah. And that's the thing. You just got to know how to take it. You take your pain, take your medicine. Don't compound the mistake.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, even for professional golfer, they won't say that they are good players. Even they're not admit because they could be playing, like you say, good today and horrible tomorrow.
And it's not a game of perfect.
And you can just forget your golf swing tomorrow. Like
absolutely.
Today you're swinging it so good.
Feels like you're holding the wrong end of the club.
Yeah, and tomorrow is like, I forgot how to swing a club.
It's a bizarre game.
It really is. Crazy.
It's nuts. So again, you need somebody to help you.
Like for me, like a amateur, I've been practicing. And sometimes I just I got this. I felt the correct way to swing a golf club. Like this is like a light bulb moment. It's practicing a couple of rounds, it's lost it. Gone. The feeling is gone.
Totally bizarre. But that's where video comes in, and that you log that experience. When you're swinging it well, log it. What was I feeling? And then type your feelings down. Make sure you know what you were feeling. Go back and just, that was it. And that's what I've done since I've got so many notebooks from my logs. Do
professional like you guys face that issue as well, like losing that feeling?
Oh, absolutely.
The golf swing?
Absolutely. Yesterday morning I had it. I just couldn't hit a 5-iron. I could not hit my 5-iron. So
really?
Hit my 6-iron, fine, made birdie. So, Yeah, it happens like that. Yeah, and that's just one club, 5-iron to a 6-iron. It's only 4 degrees of loft change, which is not much, but
Loft is the
angle.
the angle of the irons. Like the more loft you have, the higher it goes, the shorter it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So less loft. A 5-iron is quite a straight face club, quite a difficult club, but I love my 5-iron. I just couldn't hit it yesterday. Couldn't hit it. Didn't lose any balls, but it wasn't what I wanted.
Right.
So I changed to a 6-iron, like a bullet. 20 years I've been playing professionally. Shit, I mean, how do you explain it? How do you explain it? That's golf. It's a very small ball. It's a very small club face.
That's something I'm still struggling until today, which is the key is to find like a repeatable golf swing.
Yep.
But I don't know how can it be repeatable if every time it leaves your body a couple of days later.
And it's so easy to try something new. Oh, that felt.
Oh, yeah.
Let me try this. Or let me try again.
Exactly.
And that's the hardest part. It's just stick to what is.
But
is working.
how do you know you're doing it right if you don't try something new?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I mean, how do you improve if you're not going to make some changes?
Yeah,
absolutely. And
like when to actually make changes and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's all based on your goals. You know, what are your goals? Are you just wanting to be a mid-80 shooter, or do you want to break 80? You know, if we want to break 80, we need to make some changes. You know, we're going to need to refine your technique. So it's really just a levels game, and it shouldn't be a gender-specific game like the red tees, white tees, blue tees. It shouldn't be gender-based. It should be ability-based. You know, if you can't break 100 off the red tees, you've got no business being back there. And so, yeah, that's a whole another topic. But so when do you make changes? Well, when you're playing badly, go see somebody. Go get some help. You know, I've seen a number of coaches in my career. I've had a number of guys help me out. They've all got a different story.
Right.
This guy's really good with course management. This guy was really good with short game. This guy was really good for teaching me my driver. Like I've had a few coaches over my career. And yeah, I mean, it's just where do you want to be? If you just want to whack the ball in the air, fine. Just play low. It's fine. A lot of guys just want to do that. They want to keep their handicap higher because of the gamesmanship and that. Like, fine. I mean, that's up to you. I'm not like that. I want to try break 60. You know, like I'm trying to get as good as I can get. So it really is just up to you.
Right.
If you're on a path of success, then make some changes.
Right.
Phil Mickelson said it. If you're not willing to change, you're not going to get better.
Yeah, that's right. I think
Simple
a lot
as
of people didn't want to make a change because it felt really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
To make that change, and in the end, they learn something new, but they actually go back to their old habits because it felt comfortable.
Yeah,
but
it's so counterintuitive as well.
Kind of feeling.
It's so counterintuitive. What your brain is telling you to do and what feels right is tabale. It's upside down. You know, really, and that's where the coaching is. It's an art form because we're communicating something that feels really bizarre and trying to get this new human brain to understand this bizarre feeling.
Yep.
It's an art form. Yeah, and everyone's different.
Yeah.
Kids, adults, ladies, men, we're all different.
There's a coach that told me, I think Kenneth told me, or I think someone in YouTube, something like that, if you feel comfortable, you're probably doing it wrong. When you learn something new, I mean, when the time you're learning something new, if you feel it feels comcomfortable, you're doing it wrong. It's not in there.
Yeah, and feel versus real are just two different things. You know, like the drills that we try and impart on students, it feels insane. It feels like you're never going to hit the ball. But then you do, and then it's much better. And as soon as your body feels that much better, then it's easier to make those changes. So,
but talking about feeling, is that something that you incorporate into your teaching? Because I see a lot of coaches, they teach the theory instead, but for new beginners learning it, they don't know what to feel because they don't know why they're doing that
100%.
exact movement. Right?
100%. So I keep the technicalities to an absolute minimum at the start. Yes, you need to know club face, grooves, toe, heel, sole, etc. I do that in lesson 1. But the technicality of the swing, no. I mean, on lesson 1, it's just about feeling and freedom and movement, body movement. So I do keep things ultra simple up to a point, but once you reach a certain point, then I bombard you with numbers, launch angles, all that kind of thing. But again, it's who you are as a golfer. What are your goals? If you just want to whack it up in the air, fine, we'll keep it ultra simple. But if you want to go break 80, we're going to get quite technical. I'm going to pull out my scope and show you the launch angles and launch directions, spin rates. It can get ultra technical. So I do a bit of both, depending on the student. If I'm working with a tour pro, man, I'm going to get quite deep in the numbers. But I've been doing it for 20 years. So for me, it's quite easy to go quite technical. But for most of the guys I'm teaching, you don't need that that mess in your head. You don't need that technical training. It's too much. It's too much info. So as I said, less is more. On my website, the first thing on the website, less is more. Less is more in this game. It's just so don't compound the nightmare. It's so difficult and so much info. Don't it doesn't have to be so stressful.
Is it okay to be like, I just repeat, I think it's all about consistency and repetitive of the movement.
Yep.
Then that is the most basic foundation that.
Yeah, well, that's why they give you a bucket of 100 and not a bucket of 10. You've got to you got to hit and hit and hit and hit. Sometimes 100 is not enough.
Yeah, it takes like thousands of balls just to perfect one thing you're practicing.
Sometimes you hit one good and 50 bad. Like it's very frustrating. But again, if you've got the right technique and right mentor or coach, it can be fairly easy. But yes, repetition is key. That's why we've got holes in our hands. Constantly digging in my calluses. Yeah. So, but it's it's no pain, no gain. Yeah. This is an enjoyable pain. When I look at my hands, oh yes, I've done something. I love it.
It's like all the weightlifters when they saw that.
The calluses. Yes. This is like the trophy, right?
I work for it.
Exactly. These are your intrinsic trophies. Yeah.
Yeah. But I just want to ask, like from like my personal feeling, and also because I played golf for a few years, I've been swinging the club. The feeling comes and goes. Mm-hmm. But for pros, maybe like you as well, do you feel when you lift the club to a backswing? Do you feel that feeling of I'm going to hit this ball solid every single time or most of the time? Versus people like us. Every time I lift the club, I'm not sure if I'm going to hit it. I don't know where it's going to go. I'm not sure I'm going to hit it properly.
I was absolutely where you were, what you're talking about. Obviously, you progress and you get better and you start feeling like posture or your setup is the first determining factor as to how you're going to hit that ball. If your posture's out, you're not going to hit a ball. Yeah. That is 100%.
I just explained that feeling to Steven a bit. Like you play badminton, right? You know you're going to hit that shot. Once you take the racket, you're going to hit it. You know you're going to slice it. You know where you're going to hit the ball. But golf, most people when they lift the club up, they're not sure if they're going to hit the ball. Like they don't know that feeling. They're just going to swing, hope for the best. That is how. That is the way that most people are playing, including me.
It's the truth.
And the better I get, sometimes I get the feeling like, okay, I'm gonna hit. I got the feeling I know I'm gonna hit this ball, but most of the time it's just a guess. Yeah. So I want to get like the feeling from a professional.
Yeah.
Do you have that certainty every time you lift that I'm in the slot in the position?
With certain clubs, I know exactly what's gonna happen.
Right.
9 is fine. 8 is great. 7, 6. 5, the longer clubs get a little bit hairy, but there are certain clubs I know what's going to happen with that ball, which is comforting. For where you're at, I think it's course management. Just knowing that your comfort clubs and knowing that you can hit that comfort club twice, nice and straight, you can shoot level par.
Right.
But it's when the guys are like really trying to get their driver right. The driver just goes sideways sometimes. You lose a lot of balls, and each time you lose a ball, it's 2 extra shots. So it's like, you're not improving. Well, yeah, you're being stupid. That's why. Your course management is sideways. So a lot of my coaching to you guys is course management and just knowing how to keep your ball for 18 holes. Don't lose balls. Each time you lose a ball, 2 shots, dignity, heartache.
Right.
It hurts losing a ball. I hate losing a ball. And the caddies here, your ball's in the water. Yes, I know it's in the water. I saw it myself. Like, I can't stand it. So that is what I try to teach. Just keep it simple, man. Just keep that ball in play. Like, just if you know you can hit a 7-9, hit a 7-9.
Right.
You don't have to hit a hybrid. You don't have to. 7-9 twice will get you on the green. Most par fours.
Right, but what about golfers who can't even hit the ball properly? Like, is there a position they can get into, like what I'm asking you just now, that this is like the position of strength, I'm going to get this club to the ball and it's going to hit it solid. Yeah. And does it get even less, you feel it even lesser the longer the clubs go?
Yeah. I mean, obviously the longer the club, the more difficult it is to hit it straight. But again, if you know the rules, if you know setup, if you know what angle your body needs to be at over the ball, you'll hit it.
Right.
But if you're standing like this, you cannot.
Right.
Your posture's gone. You can't, you're using your arms mostly. When you're in the correct setup, you use your big muscles, you use your body. So yeah, I mean, I can get anyone to hit the ball up in the air in 30 minutes. Anyone, kid, adult, 90-year-old man, I'll get them to figure that out because of what I teach
Okay.
On the fundamentals.
We
and the basics.
we gotta do one with Steven.
Definitely.
Like a 30 minutes.
I think we have to.
Yeah.
I think we have to.
Even driving range.
Yeah.
You're quite excited now. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, that would be my biggest achievement, to get Steven to play golf.
Look, and even if you just become a range rat for a while, it's fine, man. It's across the road. Just go and hit some balls. It's such a nice pastime. After work, beat the traffic. Just go hit some balls. And yeah, you've got a buddy, you've got a sparring partner. So that is also just so important. Pick a sparring partner. Ideally, somebody a bit better than you, and fight with them. Go out 9 holes once a week, and have those practice rounds. But it's your sparring partner, and that really improves golfers. I had a great sparring partner. He was a good golfer, but I was always a little bit better than him. But I knew he was coming, the whole time. And he actually won the club champs. I never won my club champs. I lost because of a penalty. And he ended up winning it. So that was, for him, it was like, finally got him. Like, so it's important to have a partner in crime. Go and have fun. And you're ahead. You can help them out.
Yeah,
obviously, it's the blind leading the blind sometimes.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of guys trying to coach. Like, and I don't do any marketing on the range. I don't really like, hey, can I help you out? I don't do that. Like, if you want to help, you come to me.
Yeah.
But just seeing all the friends teaching friends, and especially if you're a female golfer, there's a lot of friends suddenly.
Oh, yeah.
Who want to help you out.
I've seen that.
Oh man, these poor girls. I feel for them. So yeah, it's what works for you is not going to work for Steve. You're different heights.
Yeah,
different builds.
exactly.
How is this tip going to work for you?
Different physical.
So I teach every client is a new client. Every client is a new system of operating system. You're going to think differently to Gene. Are you right or left brain? I've got to dig through all of that and figure that out. And once we got that, then it's simple.
What is the biggest mental block for every student that you coach? Like the thing that they struggle the most?
It's just belief, the belief in their own selves. When I have golfers really breaking through, like Shabil, he sent me a text last year. He said, Coach, I didn't think I could ever break 90. Now you've got me to do it 3 times in a row. He went 88, 86, 84. And he was going away to Japan. He was taking a break from golf. I said, just go and do a lot of push-ups, get yourself strong over this month. And he did. And he came back and he said, what I've given to him is belief in his own self. 78, 77, and he shot 72. Damn. So he was a 90 shooter 3 months ago. And he's now shot level par. Damn. It was his belief in his own self. I gave him belief in himself. So most golfers just don't think they can. Anyone can. Anyone can play this game. You can play until you're 90. You can walk a course until you're dead. Anyone can play this game. It's just belief in being able to do it. And once you understand mechanics, anyone can do it. Anyone can hit a pitching wedge straight. Anyone. Not everyone can hit a driver straight. But just nudge it down. The 78-year-old guy I chatted to yesterday morning, he plays golf 4 or 5 days a week walking around that course. Wow. 78 years old. And he says, the older you get, the straighter and the shorter you hit it. But that's exactly it. It's just, he still scores the odd, par. He'll get it on the green and tap in his par. He's 78 years old. It's awesome. So, that's the thing. It's just belief that you can. He's still got to believe that he can walk around that golf course 5 days a week. That's his belief system. It's brilliant.
Right.
Great to see. Love it.
I think I agree with that, because a lot of new golfers learning how to pick up the golf, just gripping the golf itself is overwhelming itself.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough. And your brain's telling you to do this when actually it's delicate. It's in the fingers. That's why my calluses are there. It's because the club's sitting in the fingers. Right in there. We're not holding it like a caveman. We're not trying to whack it. We're trying to spin it. Yeah. And once that's understood, it's a bit easier.
So when you hit the ball, the ball actually spins, is it?
Yeah.
It spins.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very high RPM.
Like ping pong ball.
So I don't have a ball. I got a glove and no ball. Careless. Ball has dimples. So the ideal number of dimples between 3 and 500. They don't know exactly how many dimples is ideal. I think Titleist is 372. They printed that on the side of the ball, or 378. Anyway, too many dimples, the ball's too round. Too few dimples, the ball's too round, and it doesn't fly. So those spinning dimples, once the club head speed has given it its determined flight, then the spin takes over, and you'll see it. I say, I'm hitting my driver straight, but then it slices. Yeah, because you whacked it, but then the spin took over.
Because I always thought that when they spin, when they curve, I thought it's like the wind
No, it's the
It's
angle
it's
of the
actually
club.
of the-
Angle of the club face. So if the club face is doing this to the ball, it's spinning.
I see,
clockwise.
I see.
If we're getting a little overspin, we get anti-clockwise spin.
For-
So we can move it in any
For
direction.
professional
Wow.
player, they actually can control the trajectory of the ball, the
Draws.
curve
Oh,
of the
really?
ball. Yeah.
Draws, fades. There's 9 ball flight laws to follow. There's only 9, and you should. I mean, every golfer needs to know how to hit all 9, in my opinion.
I see. I see.
It's
I
just
see.
trial and error. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Path, face, angle combination. That's
For me, it's I hit a natural slice anyway,
Majority.
without controlling it.
majority of golfers. And the course designer knows you're coming, so most of the danger's up on the right side. So if you learn how to spin that ball left, there's no danger. You lose a lot less ball. So
Yeah, and they talk about high spin, you stop the ball quicker, low spin, the ball runs out further. So
Yep.
the professional will look at all these intricate details
Yeah.
to control the ball.
too much for you.
See,
Just la 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 la.
Yeah, it's too
see?
much. Yeah,
We
it's too much.
started-
Yeah.
He's already freaking
Not intending to scare you.
Because usually when I see like in YouTube or people, in television,
Yeah.
the swing is always, I don't know, for me it's the same.
Same.
It's the same. But the ball always like, they can control
Yeah.
like whether they want to be like this or like this or like go like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's such a small sport. So if we change by 2 degrees this way or 2 degrees that way, it's made a huge bearing on what
okay.
that ball does.
Okay,
So
okay.
that's where the scopes. I use Rapsodo. I'm an agent for Rapsodo as well. Do you know the Rapsodo machine? It's a
No.
high
The
camera.
standing one?
Yes. Sir.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got that like
Yeah,
tripod
the
stand.
tripod thing.
And it measures everything. It measures spin rates and exact angle of the club base
okay.
and spin rates and shot shapes and everything. It's so easy to understand it once it's on a screen and I could show it to you. It's a lot easier to understand it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of products out there that make it easier to play. TrackMan at PJ South, the X Park there. They've just installed TrackMan there. The whole driving range you can get every single ball measured,
wow.
which is pretty cool. So go check that place out.
Is it important to get fitted
Yeah,
if you want to play good golf?
yeah, I think so. I mean, once you know how to swing it, it doesn't matter what club you're hitting. After 2-3 shots, you'll be able to feel what that shaft is at my level. So I can play with a golf club that's 35 years old. It doesn't matter to me. I'll shoot a relatively similar score between that set and my own set of clubs. So equipment is not everything, although a lot of golfers think it is everything, and they keep buying new set after new set after new set, which is frustrating as a coach because, like, geez, I mean, I need to eat as well. Keep giving it to.
Fitting is like you are getting fitted for the right clubs.
Yeah.
Like the right shaft, the right kit, and
Yeah.
just suits your swinging
It's
style.
absolutely important if you're outside the norm. So if you're a tall guy, yeah, absolutely, you might need a 3/4 inch extra on your shaft. So that's fairly important. How quickly you swing it? Do we want steel shaft or graphite shaft? That's dependent on your swing speed. So yeah, it's important. It's not everything, but it's important.
So like for beginner,
Yeah.
right? How many is that called fitting or
the set, you mean? The golf
yeah,
set.
golf set,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like how
You
how-
need one club to start with. Get good with a 7-iron or a pitching wedge. You don't need to spend a lot of money. You can rent a golf club for 5 ringgit next door. You don't need to buy a set of clubs. If you go to the golf shop, they'll tell you need to buy a whole set of clubs. One of my guys comes in with a 15,000 ringgit plus set of clubs.
Wow.
I said, where did you go? And I knew exactly where he went for the set of clubs. I said, did you ask your salesman what his handicap was or if he even plays? Which they don't. They usually don't play. And he spent 15K on a set of clubs.
my
The
God.
salesman would have just had dollar bill signs in his eyes. And saw this guy. And Christian, like, he didn't know. He's like, oh, well, this is what golf costs. Golf's expensive. That's the mentality. Like, oh, this is what I must spend. I said, dude, you should have spent 12 ringgit. Like, what are you doing with a set of clubs? And he really struggled as a result because they were way too much for what he needed. He needed a beaten up old 7-iron. Just learn that first. And once you can hit it up in there, then reward yourself with
another one.
go to Golf Partner, pick up a second-hand hybrid or something, Golf Partner. They're really good. I love it because they trade second-hand. And again, if you know me, if you know my page, I'm all about, it's not the tool, it's the tool holding the tool. It's the, tools are important. There are some really nice clubs, but for the money down, I don't know if it's worth all that money.
Because
for
people
equipment.
always say the impression that people have about golf is this rich man game, right?
Yeah.
So
it doesn't have to be.
it doesn't have to be, right?
Doesn't
Like
have to be.
Steven, you wanted to ask like how much
Yeah, so I talked to Jean, right?
Yeah.
To really start, into golf, how much do I need to spend? Like,
Yeah.
500 ringgit. Is that achievable?
Yeah. You get onto the secondhand pages, carousel. You'll find a set of clubs for $500. You can get a few clubs to get going. For now, rent an iron. For now, speak to Gene. He's got something in his garage somewhere. If Gene doesn't, he knows somebody. He knows an uncle who's got like 4 sets sitting in the garage.
Yeah.
And the wives would be more than happy to get rid of them. So many.
Please,
I worked at KLGCC before. I worked there for 6 years, and one of the members there, her husband died, and she asked me to help her to get rid of all the golf equipment.
Okay.
There was a warehouse in his garage. It was just this warehouse of just
Oh my god.
endless
It's like
stuff.
a playground.
I couldn't believe it, and I just didn't have the time to move it all. But I could have made a good lump of money, because there was just so much stuff. So find an uncle who's been playing for a while. He'll have stuff. Pass a set to you for a little while, and then you just hang on to them. He's not going to miss that old set. So it doesn't have to be expensive. You can start free of charge if you know the right people. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
But otherwise, carousel. Jump on there. You get a
Carousel. Yeah.
buy a single 7-iron. Hey,
Yeah.
shoot, 30 ringgit, 40 ringgit can.
Yeah, the good thing about golf club, it can be used for a long time.
Yeah.
Unlike like rackets or table tennis, or once it's worn out, you need to change because it's
Because
broken.
racket sport, definitely like the string, the shaft.
Yeah.
Once broken, you have to change a new one or something like that.
Although it's a lot cheaper, I think, than golf.
Yeah.
It's a thing that you have to change. Golf, as you said, Gene, I've got clubs 40 years old. I can still hit them just fine. They last forever.
Shuttlecock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shuttlecock. I
absolutely,
mean, definitely
absolutely.
golf in certain way might be more expensive than some other sports, but it can be very cheap. And it can go to very expensive.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Very, very expensive.
Absolutely. How long's a piece of string? It can be frighteningly expensive.
Yes.
Like working at KLGCC and just seeing these poor kids. Arriving like, the one question was who carries your clubs in golf? And the answer is caddy, but this kid wrote my driver. As the answer, my driver carries my clubs.
My driver.
Not caddy. Like, that's wrong.
Driver / caddy.
So I mean, these kids are just arriving with brand new tailor-made Rory sets. It's like 4,500 ringgit for a kid's set. Like, wow, I can't deal with that anymore. So there's different levels. As with everything, there's levels.
Yeah.
There's levels.
So what you're saying is, for a beginner, getting fitted for a good set of club won't help improve their
It's
game.
not essential unless you're like a 6'5".
Will it help
behemoth.
in any way at all? For those people who love equipments.
Well, but that is the person who loves the equipment, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
some people, they like, you always get this myth, right, that the new beginner, they practice, they still can't hit it right. I think it's the equipment. I'm going to change it.
100%.
Makes them feel better, right?
100%.
I used to be that person as
Seen
well.
it for
right?
years.
Yeah.
Seen it for many years. Absolutely. And it's not the tool, it's the tool holding the tool.
Right.
I promise you, it's that. And once you understand technique, if it's not working with a coach, maybe try another option. Maybe try something else. Right. Get a different set of ideas or mindset. But it's generally not the club. It's not. It might be a bit of a shaft flex issue, but I mean, I can still hit a regular flex club. Regular has got quite a bit of bend. I normally play with quite a stiff shaft, but regular I still can hit because it's a feeling. It's not that different. It's still a golf club. I just need to chill a little bit to hit it straighter and less spin or whatever.
Tool is still a tool, but I think the person who's holding on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of face here, and showing up with a good set of clubs and a fancy bag. There's something to that, and there's some guys who like PXG. They outpriced everyone. Like, stuff's crazy expensive. Some putters now, 2,000, 3,000 ringgit for a single putter. A lot of guys have jumped on it because they need to be seen having the most expensive putter. I find it hilarious. I find that absolutely hilarious because a 200 ringgit putter makes more putts than that 3,000 ringgit putter. So I never got into the sales of equipment. I just never did. It's just not my thing. I've left that to other people. I bought a set of clubs myself. First set I've purchased since I was 16. True story. I've been sponsored, but I always wanted to play ping. Ping to me is a Rolls Royce. So I purchased a set of pings, Are they any better than my Cobra? I mean, yeah, in some ways they look different, they feel a bit different, sound a bit different. Are they better? No. Cobra hits it longer. I've shot lower scores with my Cobra than the Ping. Ping cost me way more than the Cobra, price tag wise.
But when they talk about forgiveness in the club, because like different brands nowadays, they try to come on new clubs with maximum forgiveness. Means that if you don't hit it in the center, the ball still flies pretty straight. Okay. Is that going to help new players, or is that just a marketing gimmick?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, new players should be playing with a cavity back iron. Something very forgiving, that there's not too much twisting off center strike. So yeah, big chunky cavity back head is what beginners play with. Once you reach a more consistent level, you want something a little thinner, a little sexier to look at. So again, it's a journey.
The same thing for driver as well.
Same thing for driver, absolutely. I mean, driver is just such a talking point for me, because it's the reason why people suck is that club and that club alone. And people will carry on buying new driver after new driver after new driver, and not just learn to hit the ball straight down the fairway and save a ball for 18 holes. If you can lose a ball, don't lose a ball. That's my philosophy. Of course, it's a little bit soft to play like that.
There's no fun in it, though.
Well, I find it quite fun signing for a 72. I find that. Right. I find it very frustrating signing for anything more than 80. I see red. If I've shot more than 80, it's because I've lost a couple of balls.
Right.
Like an idiot. And it happens once a year, maybe. I'll blow around. Like, I don't ordinarily score more than 76 as a bad round. But every once in a while, I'll blow it right out there. It's because I was just being a bit stupid. A bit of bravado. Somebody challenging me to drive the green. Like a moron, I listen. And that's what goes on up there. Like, the caddies, again, no offense to anyone in the room, but caddies in Malaysia will hand you a driver on every single tee box. You don't have a choice. And I will get into arguments with caddies on the tee box because I'm asking for an 8-iron on a par 4 to tee off with, which is, most people won't do that. Give me my 8-iron, it's my choice. And I ended up having a big argument. Jamie, Peacock Jamie, he was in the group. He still brings up this story because it was such a funny story. I'm fighting with this caddy on the tee box about course management. I said, this is your job. You are here to help. And you're not helping, telling me to hit driver when there's water there, out of bounds there. What are you doing? You're meant to be a good caddy.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, it's frustrating because driver, it's the bravado, it's the how far can you hit it.
Yeah. Driver is the biggest club in the back, the big hit.
The big one. Right?
460 cubic centimeters of titanium.
As for you
fun.
to tee off means that you hit the first shot, you try to hit it down as far as possible to get it as close to the hole as possible.
Yes.
That's the driver.
If you're working on your game and you're spending 8 hours per week on your driver, then hit driver. But if you're only playing once a month, you can't be expecting to hit that club straight because it's so far. It's such a
hardest club to hit.
It's the most difficult club. So a lot of guys just get caught up with that. Like, you can hit a 6-iron twice and it'll be just short of the green. You don't have to hit the driver and pitching wedge the whole time. It's just stupid to try to play like that, honestly.
Makes sense.
So yeah, course management. That's like really, once you're golfing, that's the game. And so that's why I take guys from mid-90s to level par very quickly, because it's just knowing what to hit when.
Right.
Okay. It's very simple. Really. It's hard, but it's also simple.
It's hard to get rid of that feeling of I want to bomb it down the fairway, smash it as far as I can. I have 200 meters left. I'm going to take up the 3-wood. I'm going to smack it straight to the.
For sure. And when you're watching tour golf and you're watching guys like Bryson and Rory smashing driver, that's all we want to do. But remember, these guys, this is their job. They do this for a living. They have been fitted, and you talk about fitting. When it comes to pro level, yes, it makes a difference to have the right shaft. Like Gavin's stuff, Gav Green, who's Malaysian number 1. I couldn't believe that 3-wood. I played around with him and he let me hit his 3-wood. I just couldn't believe how far this thing went. Like the tour spec stuff. It's just different to what we get in our shops. But that's for the pros, that makes sense for them because they're doing this for a living. But most of us, we're just trying to survive out there. Driver's not the club for survival. It's just not. Driver kills people. Driver's the reason for sleepless nights over golf.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It took me a long time to actually hit a driver properly. Yep. Not that I'm hitting it good now, but still, it took me a long time.
Yeah. It's frustrating. Yeah. It's very frustrating.
You should be a beginner,
A lot of beginner, they hit driver, but instead, it's better for them to actually hit an iron off the tee. Yeah. until they get used to it. Then they start to hit driver once they practice more in driving.
But it's the exhilaration.
Yeah.
I get it. And
it's the fun of it.
Where's the fun in that? You said it. And
that.
this is what everyone says to me. But I'm like, I find it fun signing for 72. That's my answer. Like, yes, it's fun hitting driver, but I only hit driver 3 to 4 times during an 18-hole round.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Wow.
6 irons, 5 irons, and 5 wood. 5 wood, I've got great 5 wood.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, I don't score high. I just don't like to. Don't lose many balls.
I need to change that mindset.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
That mindset.
A lot of guys need to change that mindset. Many. You're not alone. You don't think you're alone here. There's literally thousands of you guys doing the same thing. Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about professional golf for a bit. Like, how hard is it to be a professional golfer?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard, but also it's you can do it relatively easy and turn pro quite quick. Like Anas from Els Club Langkawi, he turned pro real quick. He was a high-end tennis player, and he turned pro within a year.
A year?
And he hadn't played golf. I think it was about a year.
Does age matter?
Some, yeah. I mean, it does. It's easy to learn when you're a bit younger. But, I've got many 40-year-olds who've just started the game and they're loving it. Debbie just scored her first hole-in-one. She started golf when she was 50. She just made a hole-in-one in Tropicana. So, age is just a number. If you're keeping yourself fairly fit and understand, flexibility is important. Pilates and yoga, very important. Pilates is phenomenal for golf. Just if you're not doing Pilates or yoga, you're getting left behind.
Oh, really? For golf?
Absolutely. 100%. If you want longevity in this game, get on it.
Right.
So Pilates for me is a really big one. I love the idea of working on that reformer and having a lot more body awareness. It's really important to keep yourself in shape. If you want to play professionally, you have to, because it's tiring. It's a lot of movement. It's a heavy club over time, a lot of swinging. It's a light club, but when you swing it a lot over time, it's heavy on the body. So,
but speaking of flexibility, like a lot of the old timers playing golf for like 30, 40 years in their 70s now, they can still adapt. Their swing change over time. They're less flexible, but they can still play without
shorter, little staggy kind of swings. Yeah. Like it's the more you look after your body, the longer you're gonna play at that high level. So if you aren't looking after yourself, you'll deteriorate quicker. So like Gary Player, he fit for golf is his thing. He's 80 plus, and he's an animal. A video of him running on a treadmill the other day, I couldn't believe it, like how fast this man can still run. And he's 87.
Wow.
And he breaks his age all the time.
Damn.
All the time. He's shooting great scores. Still hits his driver 200 and something meters.
Oh my God. 87 meters.
Yeah, it really is just a number. And this is why, like, Gary's my hero. My whole life I could give to Gary. It's just fit for golf. And so, it's hard. It's hard to be a professional and keep it up. There are guys like John Daly, you mentioned, who drank his way through, but he is more the exception to the rule. Yeah, there's only one John Daly.
John Daly is like another golf legend who smokes drinks on the course. And
he very never had water in his water bottle. In his water bottle, it was brandy in his water bottle every time. So funny.
Yeah. I mean, like in professional, so I have a question. Like in badminton, they have this ranking going on. Does golf also they have this kind of like ranking system?
Yeah.
You have to beat the points, and then you have to you need these points in order to participate certain tournaments.
In certain tournaments, yeah. Well, that's where the handicap comes in again. So certain tournaments will be shaped toward the lower handicap golfers. PGA of Malaysia tournament, you don't want to be an 18 handicap and playing in that one. No, those are the single figure golfers. So it's ability level, and the handicap is the important thing. So.
But what about in terms of world ranking? Like, how do you rank for the world ranking?
What I rank?
How would someone anyone try to rank?
The more tournaments,
how does the system work? Yeah.
So obviously, all the tours carry separate lower or higher points depending on what tour you're on. So like the ADT, the Asian Development Tour, has very minimal world ranking points. The Asian Tour has slightly higher world ranking points. DP World Tour is slightly higher. PGA Tour. So yeah, I mean, obviously the higher class of golfer you are, the higher the tour you are, the more points you can earn.
So it is similar at badminton?
Very similar. Yeah. In all sports, the rankings, it's just number of events you're playing and high-end events. If you get an invite into a high-end event and play well, world ranking points will be
up. Right.
But then you've got like the Live Tour, the guys don't earn any world ranking points. So you've got some of the best golfers in the world and they're sitting at number 500. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So,
Live Tour is a new tournament created by like the Middle Eastern, the Saudis, to compete with PGA.
Yeah.
PGA is the most
Okay.
the original.
Slightly different in that it's a team event. There's individual, but it's more of a four-man team event.
Yeah, they want to create like a modern golf. Like golf should be like modernized with music, drinking, people shouting, like party, like a party.
It's nuts. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's
just finished up in Singapore a couple of weeks ago. It's crazy. That's the one they pay $4 million for a win. Yeah, but there's only there's a limited number of golfers on that tour.
Okay.
Get on that tour, you've done very well. Yeah, I got a few friends out there now. So Dean Bowmister's out there, Louis Charles. They're playing for the Stingers, the South African squad. So
Right. Oh, okay.
awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, they're earning so much money. So what they said to me is like, we can help so much more now because we've got more. We can give more. So it's been brilliant. So yeah, it's a lot of money. It's dirty Saudi money, whatever everyone says. Well, yeah, but the money's going somewhere good. Like they're doing so much good with it, opening schools and golf academies, and so the wheel turns. I mean, I don't think it's hurt golf in any way, that Live Tour. It's another format of the game.
Yeah, I think
why
so.
not?
I think it brings a fresh perspective to the game.
It does. It
Definitely,
really does.
It attracts a lot more different crowds and audience.
New
and
golfers,
players.
younger golfers.
golfers.
More wild, but more.
Yeah, and I think because of the reward system, like the prize money, that if you don't make the cut, you still get something.
$50,000 for last place.
Oh. Yeah, because traditional golf, you don't make the cut. Like let's say it's 50. I forgot. Like
Yeah,
the
top
100. If you
75,
don't the 50 or 60 or whatever, you don't get paid or anything.
You go to the next event with nothing. You've just spent on your hotel, your caddy, your green fees. You've just spent all that money, and then you don't get a cent. So if you're one shot worse than the cut line, so there's a cut line. If you've played well enough, you get to play for the weekend. If you're below that cut line, go to the next one.
Yeah.
So that's why it's costly. That's why I can elevate quite quickly, and that's why I didn't play on tour very long.
I see.
Yeah, and it's tough. Like it's it's tough. It's a mentally draining sport, and even at Gav's level, like speaking to Gav, and Galvin, his younger brother's also turned pro. He's also
Sorry, who? Gavin
Green.
Okay.
Yeah, Gavin Green is
Malaysia's
number one.
Number one.
Okay.
Finally took over Danny after many years. Danny Chio was number one for the longest time, and now Gavin's playing quite good golf on the DP World Tour. Quite good, very good golf on the DP World Tour, and he says like it's just the loneliest life. You're on your own the whole time, except for him and my childhood friend Luke as his caddy, and so Luke and Gavin are pretty much just traveling together from event to event, eating all their meals together. Like the Asians hang out with the Asians. It's and he says it's lonely, it's tiring, and and Malaysians, unfortunately, because he doesn't win, he's no good. Like he's nearly top 50 in the world, man. You should be screaming Gavin, like try to get him to world number one instead of pulling him down because he's finished third. Or he nearly had to win the other day, and I couldn't believe the press on him because he didn't win. Like it was just so brutal. So it's a tiring and it's a tough sport as a professional. It's glamorous. It's a lot of money, but at the same time, I mean, you're traveling a lot. There's no time with family. You don't have like those tight. Obviously the friendships on tour are great, and when we're touring, it's fun because you get this group of guys that you're like jolling with, but guys are trying to win as well. So it's not so much party. It's not so much camaraderie in the evening. Like it's just hard. It's a lonely life. It's a difficult and lonely life.
How does all the sponsorship work in the golf world? Like the brands come over to you when you reach a certain ranking in the world? Or
so when you start performing in events and start getting noticed, if you're going to be on TV a lot, the guys will put a logo on you.
Right.
So I mean that's anything from a hotel to an insurance company. Some guys look like a NASCAR driver. They've got sponsors everywhere.
Right.
That's kind of like what I was looking like at my playing career. So play well, you get noticed.
Any funniest or bizarre moment that you actually witnessed in
professional
golf?
In professional
maybe
golf.
in general. Let's do it in general.
Oh man, that's every time you play, the story. It's laughing the whole way around.
Yeah.
I mean, from guys losing the brakes on the buggy and the buggy's rolling down the hill, or
right.
I mean, the most bizarre,
have you witnessed it?
not personally, but there's a video I saw of
I saw that too.
chasing after the buggy at the club. That happened. I had an airplane land on the fairway in front of me, which was pretty bizarre.
Wow.
Another one, I was playing golf and the house caught a light, like right between the green and the tee box. This house just turned ablaze, like bizarre.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. In South Africa, you tee off at Skukuza and there's hippos right behind you. There's crocodiles lying. They've got photos of a lion kill on the fairway, and we played that as juniors. We were 10 years old,
my God.
11 years old playing that golf. No, a bit older than that.
It's like playing beside a safari or something.
Inside the Kruger National Park.
Okay.
And I mean, you can easily die. And so, yeah, bizarre. Yeah, bizarre. Golf is crazy. In SA, going back to SA again, at Legends Resort, I think it's called, they've got a tee box 300 meters above the green. And it's an Africa-shaped green. You fly up in a helicopter and you hit a ball from the top and aim this Africa green. And if you score a hole-in-one, you get $1 million.
What the hell?
So it's cool. I mean, it's fun.
In Africa? All this in Africa?
Yeah, that's in South Africa there, yeah.
Africa's having a good time in golf then.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
you should
yes,
go.
it's strong. Yeah, it should be on everyone's bucket list. A golf trip to SA. Yeah, you do that Cape Town up to Durban. Joburg's all right, but get in, get out. But Cape Town to Durban's an amazing trip of golf. Yeah. Here, great courses. Templar Park, phenomenal. Have you played Templar?
Yeah, I've been there. I love it.
Stunning.
Templar Park.
Beautiful.
Yeah, with the limestone in the middle.
Yeah, it's stunning.
Beautiful. Stunning.
Cracking courses, and again, like little outskirts, some brilliant courses. It doesn't have to be around here. Here's convenient, but Mahal Saket, you go out, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been too many. I mean, geez, funny stories. I was trying to think of a hilarious story, and I mean, I can only just think of my mate Ant, who I've mentioned a few times now. He just makes me laugh every 3 minutes. Last funny thing I saw of him, he's driving his buggy, and a tree branch caught the roof of the buggy.
Oh man!
Ended up doing this like wheelie.
Oh,
It's got photos of it. I was like, my gosh, yeah, this kind of thing happens. We're a bunch of children given cars.
yeah,
It's hilarious.
yeah.
So-
That's the fun of it. It's like a bros
Absolutely.
day out or something. Like
the hilarity. And I mean, the Americans take it one next level, and they like down beers while getting pushed on their backs by the buggy. Like the craziness. Like they put their feet on the front of the car, and the car's pushing them down the fairway. And the friend is pouring beer, and the guy's each to their own. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, that, but yeah, this game is crazy. Like there's different levels. There's obviously the professional game, but there's also this wild, crazy, doesn't matter the rules, just go have at it. And in my opinion, that we need that. We need that spectator drop. You know, the ball's around there. Jesus, plug, just drop one there. No penalty, just go, just whack it. Like, why are pros playing the same rules as amateurs? What on earth is that about?
right.
So you ask me, well, how do we improve the game? How do we improve pace of play? Change the rules. For the amateurs, change the rules.
Amateur rules and professional rules.
Take away out of bounds.
Yeah.
Once you reach a 10 handicap, out of bounds is introduced.
Right.
It's not a red tee box for ladies. No, it's an ability tee box. If you suck at golf, go play forward. Go learn how to shoot par around the red tee box. Once you've shot level par, move back. Once you shot level par, move back. Try to tell that to this crowd is very tough, but because most guys are...
That is actually the question I wanted to ask you. Like, if you're given a chance to change a couple of things about golf, like no restriction, what would you actually change?
I would force players to play forward until they can play, like shorten the course as much as possible.
Shorten the course.
Shorten the course, yeah. So like limit the nightmares of 100 plus scoring, because that's what slows the game down. That's what takes 6 hours. Right. So if you're playing like a group of 4 golfers and they're all shooting around 80, hey, Laju, bro, you're done in like 3 hours. But if you got 4 golfers shooting 100 plus, firstly you're all exhausted, you're broken. Yeah. It's a long day out there, and it's just taken so damn long. So I would do it a levels game where red, white, blue is based on what you're scoring. It's not based on your gender. That does not matter. Like Genevieve Ling, she smashes her driver 240. Why is she playing with the ladies? Right. Why you should just send her back. But then when she goes back, everyone complains because there's a lady playing off the men's. It's just like that just doesn't make sense. So I would change that. I would change the rules to suit your handicap level. So if you're a new golfer, it's a very different set of rules to like maybe a 10 handicapper. Once you reach a 10 handicap, it's a different set of rules once you get to scratch. And then once you're a professional, then you play the pro rules.
Like different rules for different category, different levels of player category.
I just think that makes sense. And it's the reason for slow play. I mean, it's just a nightmare. You've got guys searching for balls. for what? What are we doing? Just keep moving. It doesn't need to take a long time. Yeah, so I would change rules to speed it up, because that's a major issue, is time. It's a long time away from families. Guys are going out and disappearing from their homes for like 10 hours a day. Like, golf only takes 4 hours. Yeah, but honey, the drive and the traffic and the lunch and
the lunch, the drinks
ends up being a whole day. And I know a lot of guys are trying to get away from it, so it kind of suits them. But if it was perhaps like a 12-hole round, I think that would also make a big difference. Yeah, a lot of guys don't need 18 holes. They just don't. 12 holes is a sweet spot.
I think so, especially for like new players. The first 2-3 times going to the course, 18 holes is a lot for them.
It's a long way.
Yeah, it's a long way.
So 9 holes is great as a learner. Then you progress to 12 and then progress to 18, I think is a good option. And then you also, if you did do that, then you've got a bunch of golfers leaving the course after their 12th hole. They've paid their green fees for 12, and then they exit the course. Another course is open. So the guys playing 18 will now push through all the slow players. Like, surely that makes sense. So I would do that. But they haven't given me a golf course yet.
Yeah,
so.
one day you have your own golf course.
If you're watching this,
one day we'll see a 12-hole golf course.
There we go. I think that honestly would be the answer, and it would be a lot faster and it would save a lot of time and money. I think it's just 18 holes is exhausting. Even for myself, it took a long time to learn how to play 18 holes in Malaysia. It's just different golf. It's so hot. It's so hot. So conserving energy, knowing how much water to consume, there's kind of an equation that we need to follow to keep your body in optimum playing condition. But it's hard, man. The first few rounds I nearly died. I couldn't believe how tough it was to play here.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, I played a couple of times in like the US and Amsterdam. Lovely weather. You don't feel tired after 18
22
holes.
degrees, no sweat.
Yeah, no sweat.
That's why we just play 54
yeah,
holes.
18 holes feels like a breeze.
Yeah. So SA in the winter, like, we've got the best winter where I live, and it's blue skies and 23 degrees middle of the day. And so you play 4 rounds in a day if you want. It's super nice.
Right.
Yeah, Malaysia's tough.
Yeah.
There's no reason to not golf, though. Nice try. I saw that look. I'm going to get away with it on the weather.
Yeah, it's going to use hot as excuse.
Minor technicality. We'll figure that out.
Yeah. I noticed that you're wearing a brand which I haven't seen before on a shirt.
Yes, the Peacock shirt.
Peacock. Peacock, is it called Peacock?
Peacock, yeah. So Jamie, big up Jamie. He came up to me on the range at the club the one day. And I mean, we'd met. He's a Scotsman with an English accent.
Okay. Just sounds like a guy I need to meet one day.
You got to meet this guy. You got to meet this guy. And he created the shirt brand. He's a designer, and these are all his designs.
Oh, okay,
so
that's nice.
He does the drawing of all the designs, and we've got now 2 phases out, and we're developing our 3rd phase. I say our because I'm kind of the Peacock family, and I took the ambassador role, and I've just been putting in. He's given me a few shirts, and I've put it on the page, and it's gained popularity. It's a community of golfers. It's a shirt that it breathes well in Malaysia. Number one, it's nice and light. But it's this, once you purchase a shirt, you're inside our community, and we go out every week. We've got golf days, and it's a group of just phenomenal guys and girls now. A lot of girls on our team. Jinga's also an ambassadoress for us, and she's been brilliant. She just ran her first tournament a few days ago at Bangi, so she sold out in minutes because it's Jing.
Nice.
She got 24 golfers like that, and it's this community of like-minded golfers who are kind of soft on the rules. Don't mind if the ball's behind the tree, just shift it. That's okay. Don't worry. Just
that's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
Yeah,
and we're not playing for big money or anything. We're just a social group, and it's just gone from strength to strength to strength. And we're now 120 members, I think, and it's been going for a year plus. So
how can someone join that group?
You get on the website, buy a shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's the website? Where can I find it?
Peacock GS.
Peacock
Golf Society. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I suppose you can attach something to
I'll drop that in the link.
But yeah, Peacock Golf, and you can. I tag almost every post with Peacock. So just click on that, go to their shop, purchase a shirt, 140 ringgit for a shirt, decent quality shirt.
That's decent.
I mean, that's
decent price.
For this fabric in Malaysia, you really need this lightness.
Yeah.
Some guys can't handle it, but I love this fabric. It's super light, and you can almost see through it. And in this climate, I find it really works well. So it's a shirt that's a great shirt, but then you're also getting into this community where we do Gary challenges, where coach will organize a bunch of bays on the range, and we challenge each other to different shots,
Right.
draws,
That
fades.
sounds like something I need to join.
Everyone needs to join.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, even
Jay-
Steven.
even Steven, absolutely. Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Our crew is a lot of beginners, and so I've ended up coaching like literally the majority of our group. I'm their coach. So, you won't be. You won't be lowly
out.
member. You won't be left out.
Left
There's loads of guys who are very similar and just they're there to have fun. And we play almost every Friday. We're out as a crew, and yeah, it's just brilliant. I mean, Jamie's good. Like one of my closest friends here. He's just such a legend, and he's created some phenomenal shirts. So get on the website, have a look.
Yeah, and I think the price is brilliant as well because golf apparel is so expensive.
Yeah,
So expensive. Like one t-shirt can go up like $200-300.
Crazy. If you go to some of the stores and you see some of the brands, $700-800 for a shirt.
Yeah, for sure.
And the trousers, that's a whole nother story.
God,
I've seen that.
trousers.
They go up to 1,000 ringgit.
Yeah.
I saw the other.
Wow.
1,000 ringgit for a pair of golf trousers.
Yeah.
What are you doing? So no, I mean, it can be expensive, it can be cheap. So obviously there's different levels, and certain guys want to show the flash, but
Yeah.
I'm just not
Of
that
course,
guy.
yeah.
He loves to wear all that flash, but these shirts are brilliant, and it's a price point that's reasonable. And
Yeah, I'll definitely get one.
please do,
Definitely.
please do. There's a style for everyone. The first one that he gave me was Pineapple Express, which I mean, just such a cool shirt, and it's lasted since the beginning of time. I've worn this shirt so many times, and I nearly put it on this morning, and I thought, no, the feather train, because this shirt always goes viral. By the way, this shirt just for some reason every post I put on the shirt goes viral. So there's something about the feathers. So this is called Feather Train, Pineapple Express. We've got
Pineapple Express.
let's have a tiki. It's all Jamie's creative mind, and he just puts it on paper. And he works in cybersecurity part time, and Peacock's his other part time thing. But he's trying to do everything, which is tough. And so he just needs to design. I do the selling and try to push guys to the website. So thank you very much. It's been fun. It's been awesome, man.
Very
nice
nice.
little sidey. Yeah.
Very nice. It's been a while. I think I can go on forever on this podcast. This
Dude,
conversation.
I'm settling in.
Yeah. Fortunately, it's almost close to the end. I have just a few more questions. Steven, you have anything you want to ask?
To be honest, this whole conversation here, I'm very, very new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot today about
Sure.
as a beginner.
Yeah. It's just to
Definitely,
get
I
you-
have to hit to the range.
Get you in for one session, get you in.
yeah.
I think that's the goal. So just after work one day, let's meet up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'll be happy to show you some stuff. Or,
Yeah.
or Ken, or whoever you're working with. Just get out there. And the thing is, as the younger guys, the more you're on the course, the easier it is to sell your product. If you've got 4 to 5 hours with your client, you're going to sell them something. If you can't sell your product in 5 hours, you need a new job. So, I find just a lot of business is done on the course. A lot of Trump. I hate the guy, but Trump did a lot of deals on the course. Big hotels deals.
Yeah,
He
it
signed
is.
right on the
Yeah,
course
yeah, yeah.
because that's a calming influence.
Trump is a decent golfer as well. He's a decent golfer.
Great
Yeah. He's a very good
He's
player.
won a few club champs.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
he's a very good golfer.
Odd swing,
Wow.
very flat, but it works. He hits it good.
You can say what you want about him, but
Yeah.
he's a good golfer.
He can play.
He can play.
But he drives his buggy right on the green. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He just doesn't care. It's hilarious.
What are some final advice you would give to golfers and also non-golfers?
Keep playing. Keep
playing.
playing, but take breaks. Breaks are good. If the game's frustrating you, walk away for a bit. Just take a break. 2 weeks sometimes is a good thing to do. A lot of guys will try to beat that dead horse until it runs. A lot of the time you just need to walk away from the horse and get a new horse. So take your breaks. It's hard. It's tiring on your body. Get yourself a good coach. Get yourself help. Like with myself, it's a weekly check-in online. You send me a video, I send a voice note, and I draw lines all over you and send you a couple of drills to work on based on you, based on what I've seen from you. You're not on YouTube just searching for the miracle video. I'm sending you something that is based, Stephen, this is what you're doing wrong. Here's something for Stephen. Not here's something for Stephen plus 25 million other golfers.
So this is online coaching.
That's my
right?
online coaching, yeah.
Okay.
Which is a nominal fee. Like I charge $300 for 300 ringgit, not dollars, for 6 months of unlimited coaching. You can send me as many videos as you want. There might be delays because I'm coaching, but I will get back to you. And I will send you a voice note telling you exactly what I think of you. And what's hilarious is I can tell you exactly what I think of you through the phone like I can't do on a range. So it gets very funny. Like I've had students in tears laughing over some of the stuff I've said. Fenny from Singapore, she said her and her husband would just they would bent over laughing because of what I was saying about Fenny's swing. And so, like, I can get away with that online. And with Coach now, it's been brilliant. International clients are welcome. I charge $300. So Malaysians are looked after. Malaysia boleh.
Malaysian boleh.
So yeah, 300 ringgit for 6 months is reasonable. Yeah, considering I charge a bit more than that for a single hour for one-to-one. Yeah, it's
That will be one-on-one session, right?
one-on-one session. Yeah,
I
is
see.
is on the range. I charge $350 for an hour, and then we get a lot done in that hour. But that rate you can split up to 4 people. So
Right.
it's cheap to learn from Coach Rick. Obviously expensive one-to-one, but if you've got a few guys, it's all right. Yeah, inside 100 ringgit, you can take on a bit of knowledge. And then I do group sessions. So my squad, which is this online coaching platform, if you're a member of my squad, you can come to a 2-hour clinic for 50 ringgit. So I do 2-hour clinics twice a month. I do those clinics, and 12 golfers at a time, and talk about ball flight laws and everything's great. And so, yeah, barriers to entry, I'm trying to limit those barriers. And you can get a good coach for not too much money down, because, price point is a major thing. And I lose a lot of students because I'm too expensive. Well, you can go somewhere else, but might be a bit slower. No offense to anyone. You might take a bit longer to learn. You paid less, but it's double the time. Doesn't make sense. I want you on the golf courses.
Right.
Just don't hear. I hate hearing of golfers on the range for 2-3 years. I just can't stand it. It freaks me out. So I try to make that as quick as possible. Get out there as quickly as you can, because it is so fun. It's the best addiction you can have. It's the cleanest addiction you can have.
It is.
Hands down.
It is. Once you get onto the course, it changes your whole perspective of golf.
And the mentality of golf, that it's just this drinking. It's not. Most guys are not out there smashing beers. They're just not. They're out there playing and enjoying themselves and getting fresh air. And so wives, just relax. Your boys are behaving, I promise. I'm around them a lot. They're all fine.
You want to hear your husband going to the course rather than somewhere else drinking the beers.
Exactly. Spot on. Yeah. So get involved, and just advice is just don't ingrain bad habits, because it's so difficult for me to get those bad habits out. Right. Once you've started doing something incorrectly, you feel that that's the right way. Now I've got to explain to you that it's not. That's the hardest part. So just make sure you're checking in once a week, once every 2 weeks, and make sure I can see that video and you don't fall into bad habits. Yeah, simple. And you'll play good golf. I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I don't want to, but I've got a lot of students who have really improved. Like really, I've given them new lives. Going from a 90s shooter to like 70s, that's incredible. Like it's an amazing feeling, scoring like that. Because we talked about the percentages. Not many people have broken 80. Not many percentage-wise have broken that score. So I mean, my claim to fame is to get guys to do that pretty quick. And females, don't be scared. It's a hard game to get into as a girl. Don't be scared. There's a lot of new beginners in my crew, in my squad, and these girls. I referenced Jing earlier on. She's a Pilates instructor, but her driver swing is unbelievable for 1 year into the game. It's on my page, so go look at that swing. She's 1 year into the game and she hits it 200 meters.
Wow!
As a female, as a
female 200
skinny
meters.
Little female.
That's a long
insane.
way.
It's insane. So she's got a huge career ahead of her. In the golfing world. So don't be scared. I will help you get good quickly, and so it's not frustrating. So you're not spending a lot of money on balls and equipment and new set after new set after new set for what? And then speak to your uncles and find out there's a set somewhere for you. I promise you. I had a guy the other, he comes in with a lovely set of Callaways. He's like, it's my friend's, my dad's friend. He just, lovely brand new set of Callaways. I'm like, why? That's perfect. Cost him not a single cent.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the old timers collect a lot of golf
They
sets.
do.
Yeah, they do.
Warehouses of equipment.
Where can people find you?
Instagram, Coach Rick. Coach Rick Currin. If you just search for Coach Rick, I pop straight up. So you can find me on Instagram mostly. I do have a YouTube page, a bit quieter on there, but you can go find me there. Facebook I don't touch. Post and ghost. Sorry. KD range when I'm in town. Otherwise, I'm in Langkawi.
Right.
I spend quite a bit of time there, but I come back to KL at least twice a month. So I've got so many clients that I'm coming back.
When are you back? We need you. You need to save my golf game.
It's a great position. I love it. It feels so good. And thank you to everyone who's been part of this incredible journey. I'm still blown away with where I am and what my career's done. And thanks for this, because this is going to help as well. And
Awesome.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, you leave everything in the description so people can go check it out. Yeah. And one last question.
Yeah.
How many hole-in-one do you have before? 3.
Four.
4.
4, 1 unofficial because it was my second ball. But yeah, 3.
4. Sorry, the fourth one
The fourth one, I was a junior. I hit my first one in the trees, lost ball.
Right.
It was only a pitching wedge, but I was like 14 years old. Took a second ball out and hit it in the hole.
Oh, the second shot in the hole.
Unofficial. That's 3 shots because of the 2 penalty for the lost ball. Then Else Club, then The Club, then most recently at Tropicana, the third hole on the west.
Tropicana.
That was pretty cool.
From how far was that?
178.
178.
With a 7-iron cut over the water. What's crazy, and I film everything. And I went back to the buggy to get my stand, but my student was already on the tee box.
Okay.
I left him. I ran to the tee box.
Oh, man.
Instead, I just talked him through exactly what I was going to do with the shot, and I just hit exactly what I spoke about. And we didn't see it go in. It carried the bunker, and we walked up, and she was.
It was like, where's the ball? might be in the hole.
Yeah, so that was my most favorite hole in one because that was from distance. You know, if you hit a tiny little ball into a cup that big from nearly 200 meters away, it feels pretty damn good.
Yes.
So and they gave me 500 ringgit for the effort. So no car. Shocked they didn't give me a Porsche for that shot, but it deserved a Porsche that shot. But
Yeah.
it's cool. So
And what do you got from that shot?
Sorry?
Like free drinks? Like what did you got from that? From that hole in one?
No, nothing. I mean, it was during Ramadan, so there was nobody really around the club.
Oh,
so there was
man.
No one really like.
the rules generally you got to buy everyone a drink in the club, and then you get paid back by the insurance company. So I had the choice of take 500 ringgit in a check, or I had to spend up to 1,000 ringgit, and there weren't enough people in the place to spend 1,000.
So you got the 500 check.
I just walked out with 500.
Wow,
That's all right. It's all right.
For once, little perks of the job. Yeah. No, but just get started. Just the earlier the better. Get playing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure,
you're 30s now. Now's the time.
35.
Now's the time. Now's the time.
Yeah, I'm 39.
Before it's too
so
late.
I'm getting old. So you still have 4 years to catch up.
Catch
to
up.
me.
Catch up. He's the junior.
Yeah.
Get on it. No, I look forward to hosting you. No, please do come in.
Yeah. So thanks so
Awesome.
much, Rick, for this
Thank you.
conversation.
No, brilliant. It's been great.
Yeah, we
Thank
need
you
to
very
have
much.
you back again.
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, more fresh stuff to talk about.
Absolutely.
Your new 5 handicap or something like that.
Yeah, I hope the next round, at least I'm breaking 90. At least.
I think it's a fallacy to score more than that.
I think so too. I think so. I need to change the mindset.
The next conversation, I can join in more.
There we
Oh
go.
yeah.
Man.
That's the dream for me. At least Rick 90 and for Steven to pick up the game of
to be
golf.
able to
Correct.
Talk golf.
Yeah.
You're never gonna work. It's just gonna
It's like an introductory for Steven today.
I learned a lot today.
awesome.
Yeah,
No, it's great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
So this is the end of the podcast. I hope golfers and non-golfers as well enjoyed the conversation. We did not go too deep about all the technicalities about golf because we want people to really, get a feel of how fun it's golf. I talk from my perspective because I'm a huge golf nut. Yeah, but I do hope that there are more and more young people and new golfers, thinking about taking up golf. After listening to this, they will go ahead and pull the trigger.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Right.
I'll see you guys in the next episode. And once again, if you discover this journal, don't keep it to yourself. Share it to the world. See you guys in the next one. Cheers.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much. I'm still feeling so nervous. I don't know why. Sorry, man.